In the heart of a bustling city, there lived a man who every day walked the same busy streets, filled with the noise of life and ambition. Yet in his heart, there was a calm that seemed out of place amidst the chaos. This man was a modern Stoic, practicing principles dating back over 2,000 years, designed not just to cope with the world, but to thrive in it. Stoicism teaches us that while we can't control the events around us, we can control our reactions to them. Today, we're diving into how these ancient ideas are more than just philosophical relics. They are tools for living a fulfilled and balanced life. We'll explore how adopting a Stoic mindset can transform challenges into opportunities for personal growth, helping us build resilience and a deep-seated contentment no external condition can shake. So if you're feeling overwhelmed by the pace of modern life or just curious about how ancient wisdom can apply in our high-tech world, stick around as we uncover the timeless strategies of Stoicism for maintaining inner peace in a world that never stops moving. If you appreciate what we're uncovering here, the simplest free favor I'll ask from you is to hit the subscribe button. Let's go. In exploring the Stoic perspective on love versus attachment, we delve into a realm where emotions intertwine with wisdom, shedding light on how we can love more freely and fully. Stoicism, a philosophy rooted in the logic of managing emotions to lead a virtuous life, offers us valuable insights here. It teaches us that love, in its purest form, is a generous act of the will, a choice to wish the best for others without the necessity of reciprocation or possession. This form of love is free from the chains of expectation and dependency, which are often signs of attachment rather than true affection. Attachment, on the other hand, can often disguise itself as love. It's where fear and insecurity lay their roots, manifesting as a clinging neediness that paradoxically drives us to grasp tighter at the risk of losing what we hold dear. Stoics warn us about such attachments. They argue that by allowing our happiness to depend heavily on someone else's actions or presence, we surrender our tranquility. Stoicism teaches us to embrace a concept known as Amor, Fati, or love of fate, which encourages us to cherish and accept what life brings, be it joyous or challenging, without letting either disturb our inner peace. Let's consider how this applies in our relationships. When we love without attachment, we commit to an honest expression of care that respects both our own integrity and that of our loved ones. We allow our partners the freedom to be themselves without the pressure to conform to our expectations. This doesn't mean we don't care deeply or passionately. Rather, it means that our emotional state isn't solely reliant on the actions or feelings of others. It's about supporting rather than controlling, understanding rather than demanding. Furthermore, Stoic practices such as mindfulness and reflection enhance our understanding of these concepts. By regularly examining our motives and reactions, we can begin to separate healthy affection from possessive attachment. We learn to appreciate the present moments with our loved ones without the persistent worry about future uncertainties. This not only strengthens our relationships, but also aligns us with Stoic virtues of wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation, all crucial for cultivating lasting and fulfilling connections. So, as we journey through the complexities of human emotions, Stoicism provides a beacon that guides us to love more wisely. It reminds us that while we cannot control the feelings or choices of others, we can always choose how we respond and contribute to our relationships. By fostering love that is generous and free from the heaviness of attachment, we open ourselves up to a more resilient and joy-filled life. It's easy to overlook the importance of self-love, especially when we're caught up in the whirlwind of external relationships. But Stoicism places a strong emphasis on the idea that to truly love others, we must first cultivate a profound sense of self-love and personal growth. This isn't about selfishness, rather, it's about self-respect and self-awareness, essential ingredients for any healthy relationship. Stoicism teaches us that personal growth stems from our commitment to becoming better human beings through the pursuit of virtue and wisdom. It involves the continuous examination of one's character and actions and striving for self-improvement. This introspective practice leads us to become more resilient and adaptable in the face of life's challenges. When we know ourselves deeply and cherish our own company, we are less likely to seek completion or validation from others, which is a common trap that leads to attachment and relationship strain. Self-love in Stoicism also means accepting ourselves fully, including our flaws and imperfections. It encourages us to treat ourselves with kindness and compassion, which in turn teaches us how to extend the same to others. This is crucial because in relationships, conflicts often arise not from outright disagreement, but from our reactions to perceived slights or failures, both in ourselves and our partners. Moreover, personal growth involves setting personal boundaries that are healthy and respectful of both our well-being and that of others. These boundaries are not walls. Rather, they are guidelines that help us interact with others in a way that maintains our dignity and respects our values. For instance, knowing when to say no or when to step back and allow others space can be powerful acts of self-love and respect. In practice, Stoicism encourages us to engage in daily reflections, which can be a form of meditation or journaling, to better understand our progress in self-love and personal growth. These reflections help us stay aligned with our core values and objectives, ensuring that our actions consistently reflect our true selves. Ultimately, embracing self-love and personal growth leads to richer, more meaningful relationships. It enables us to offer love that is not conditional or burdened with expectations, but is instead generous and pure. By fostering a strong sense of self and a commitment to personal ethics, we prepare ourselves to engage in relationships that are not only loving, but deeply transformative. Stoicism provides a compelling lens through which to explore this phenomenon. At its core, attachment is often fueled by our reactions to uncertainty and our deep-seated fears about loss and inadequacy. Stoicism, a philosophy that teaches the art of emotional regulation and the pursuit of virtue through rational thinking, offers profound insights into managing these fears. From a Stoic perspective, attachment arises when we allow our happiness to depend excessively on external factors, whether these are possessions, people, or situations. The Stoics taught that by investing our emotional well-being in things outside our control, we set ourselves up for disappointment and distress. They advocated for an inner detachment from external outcomes, emphasizing that true contentment comes from within, based on our ability to maintain virtue in the face of life's fluctuations. Imagine the common scenario where someone fears losing the affection or approval of a loved one. This fear can lead to behaviors aimed at keeping the other person close at all costs, often manifesting as jealousy, possessiveness, or neediness. Such behaviors are not expressions of love, but signs of attachment. They not only undermine the individual's peace of mind, but also strain the very relationships they hope to preserve. Stoicism teaches us to embrace Amor, Fati, or the love of one's fate, which means accepting and loving everything that happens, understanding that life's occurrences, pleasant or unpleasant, are opportunities for personal growth and development. This acceptance is not passive resignation, but an active engagement with life, viewing every event as a chance to practice virtues like patience, courage, and understanding. Moreover, Stoics practice mindfulness and reflection to recognize the early signs of unhealthy attachment. Through daily meditations, they remind themselves of the impermanence of all things and the importance of focusing on their own actions and responses, rather than attempting to control the uncontrollable. This helps them develop a healthier, more stable form of love that is free from the anxieties of attachment. In relationships, this Stoic approach means loving freely and wholeheartedly, while accepting the natural ebbs and flows of human connection. It encourages individuals to invest in their personal growth and to value others not merely for what they provide, but for who they are. By understanding how attachment forms and employing Stoic strategies to mitigate its grasp, we can enjoy more meaningful and enduring relationships that contribute to our overall well-being and happiness. To truly embrace Stoic philosophy and combat the challenges of attachment in our relationships and everyday lives, Stoicism introduces several practical exercises. These exercises are not just theoretical concepts. They are actionable strategies that help cultivate detachment and foster a deeper sense of peace and resilience. One of the central Stoic practices for cultivating detachment is negative visualization. This might sound a bit grim at first, but it's a profoundly effective tool. The idea is to periodically contemplate the loss of things we value. This could mean imagining life without certain relationships, possessions, or even our current lifestyle. The purpose isn't to dwell on sadness, but to appreciate what we have now and prepare ourselves emotionally for any possible changes in the future. This practice teaches us not to take things for granted and helps lessen the shock and pain that might accompany actual losses. Another key exercise is the discipline of desire, which involves training ourselves to want only what is within our control. Stoics divide things into two categories: what we can control, our own thoughts, behaviors, and reactions, and what we can't control, almost everything else, including the behavior of others and most life circumstances. By focusing our energy and desires on our own actions, we can remain more emotionally stable and satisfied with our lives, regardless of external circumstances. Stoicism also teaches the practice of voluntary discomfort. This might involve occasionally forgoing pleasures like a warm shower, favorite foods, or even using technology for a day. The rationale behind this practice is to reinforce our ability to cope with adversity and to diminish the fear of discomfort that often leads to attachment. If we can be content with less and handle minor discomforts, we're less likely to feel destabilized when bigger challenges come our way. Lastly, reflection plays a crucial role in Stoic practice. Regular self-examination, whether through journaling or meditation, allows us to assess our attachments and question their hold over us. It provides a moment to step back, observe our lives, and realign our actions with our values. Reflection helps us recognize when we're slipping into dependency and provides the clarity needed to correct our course. By integrating these exercises into daily life, we not only enhance our ability to detach in a healthy way, but also enrich our overall experience of life. These Stoic practices help us build resilience, reduce anxiety over the uncontrollable, and improve our relationships by fostering a more genuine, less needy connection with others. Stoicism, with its rich history and profound insights into human behavior, offers invaluable guidance on fostering sustainable relationships. In a world where relationships can be as fluctuating as the stock market, Stoicism teaches us to anchor our connections in virtue, understanding, and mutual growth, elements that ensure longevity and depth in our interactions. At the heart of promoting sustainable relationships through Stoicism is the principle of living according to nature, which includes accepting and loving people as they are, not as we wish them to be. This acceptance goes hand in hand with the Stoic idea of focusing only on what we can control. We can't control others' feelings, behaviors, or thoughts, but we can control our reactions to them. This perspective helps reduce conflicts as it directs our energy towards our responses, rather than attempting to change the other person. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of viewing relationships as opportunities for mutual growth. Every interaction with another person gives us a chance to practice virtues such as patience, empathy, and understanding. For example, when disagreements arise, instead of reacting with anger or frustration, we can view these situations as chances to practice patience and to understand another's viewpoint deeply. This not only helps in resolving conflicts more effectively, but also strengthens the bond by building a foundation of respect and appreciation for each other's perspectives. Furthermore, Stoicism encourages maintaining independence within relationships. This is not about emotional distance, but about each person cultivating their own well-being and virtues. By each partner focusing on their personal growth and happiness, the relationship is less likely to suffer from codependency and more likely to thrive on the contribution of two whole, independently content individuals. This approach aligns with the Stoic belief that external factors should not dictate our inner peace and happiness. Lastly, communication plays a critical role in sustainable Stoic relationships. Stoicism teaches us to be honest and straightforward in our interactions. This transparency fosters trust and prevents misunderstandings that often lead to resentment or detachment. It also involves showing genuine interest in the other's well-being and regularly engaging in conversations that go beyond surface-level topics, thereby deepening the connection. Incorporating these Stoic principles doesn't just help in romantic relationships, but also enriches friendships, family dynamics, and professional interactions. By promoting understanding, growth, independence, and clear communication, Stoicism provides a timeless framework for building relationships that are not only enduring, but also nurturing and fulfilling. As we wrap up our journey through Stoicism and its application in cultivating deeper, more meaningful relationships, we are reminded of the rich and practical wisdom this ancient philosophy offers. Stoicism doesn't just help us handle life's challenges with grace. It also empowers us to build connections that are resilient, fulfilling, and deeply rooted in mutual respect and personal growth. It teaches us that true strength in a relationship comes from understanding, patience, and the courage to remain true to ourselves while generously accepting others. In embracing the Stoic principles, we've explored how detaching from overwhelming emotional dependencies can enhance our capacity for genuine love. We've learned that self-love and personal development are crucial for any healthy relationship, and that accepting the natural ebb and flow of life and human emotions can lead to more sustainable and supportive partnerships. Moreover, Stoicism has shown us that the most enduring relationships are those built on the foundations of clear communication, shared growth, and the wise management of our expectations and reactions. As we conclude, if you find yourself inspired by the Stoic approach to life and relationships, consider how you might integrate these teachings into your daily interactions and personal reflections. Stoicism is more than just a philosophy. It's a practical guide for living well, loving wisely, and fostering relationships that not only endure but thrive in the face of life's inevitable challenges. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of love through the lens of Stoicism. If this discussion has sparked your interest or provided new insights, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below as we continue to explore powerful life philosophies together. Stay tuned for more enriching discussions. And until next time, keep cultivating your inner philosopher and nurturing your relationships with kindness, wisdom, and courage.